You have to bet on the good sense of this free country and its democracy. And look, in its wisdom, they elected Obama to fix the economic crisis. They favored him over Mr. McCain and the Republicans. Okay, fine. But that's not forever. And if Obama moves too far to the left, Steve, then Americans will make a modification. It'll be like a mortgage. They'll modify.
Yeah, the American people want the economy fixed. They don't want a Chavez-like revolution or an Argentinian-like revolution where the government takes over everything, government dominates everything. That's not what they voted for. They voted for a fix-it, not a revolution. And I think you're going to start to see that among people in these special elections. But the key thing short-term, Larry, getting back to mark, and I wish Mr. Buffett had been firmer on it, although he was nudging in the right direction.
He kind of opened the door. You know what he did? He sort of opened the door. Holman Jenkins wrote a note about it in the Wall Street Journal diary. He sort of opened the door to it. By the way, Steve, there are hearings in the House on Thursday. There is a bill, and there are hearings.
Well, that's a good sign, but, the president can do that, and Treasury could do that with the stroke of a pen. And they do that, and people realize that the banking system is not going to be destroyed by regulatory write-offs and short sellers. Then we can start to get on the road to recovery.
Yeah, is there a magic bullet here for the banking crisis? It kind of comes down to that. I mean, we've all agreed there's really not much evidence, if any, of recovery in the economy or profits. There may be some, better monetary policy. Peter doesn't agree, but more liquidity, lower energy prices, an upward sloping yield curve. Steve Forbes, what would you like to see? Besides mark-to-market, what should the Treasury Department do? We may have a brand-new Deputy Secretary, Rajan Cohen, who's a really smart guy. What do you want him to do, Steve?
Well, I'll say mark-to-market. If you go mark-to-market and restore the uptick rule and stop naked short selling, that'll start to get the sector back on its feet. If you don't do those things, all these other things they're talking about are going to be ultimately for naught.